Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the Smarter Dating Guy, with this week's Smarter Dating Tip of the Week. The other day I received a question from Alexandra, one of the members of our Smarter Dating community. And Alexandra has a medical condition known as epilepsy. And she wanted to know when she should reveal that to a guy. And I promised her that I would create this into a blog because this is a great topic. Because whether it's epilepsy, another medical condition, maybe something from your past, you know what I'm talking about, one of those skeletons in the closet, it's going to come out. So the key is knowing when and how to bring it out. And when I replied to Alexandra, what I said is that, you know what, there are no rules for any of this. There really are no specific rules of do this at this time. But there are certain guidelines that I'm going to suggest. And I'm speaking from personal experience. When I was dating, I actually used to wear a hairpiece. I started losing my hair when I was in my late teens. So it was something that was very traumatic for me emotionally. And this was in the age of the 80s, with the big hair bands. So losing your hair during that time was very, very traumatic. So I decided to wear a hairpiece. And, I did that just because at that point in my life, I wasn't comfortable with who I was. My identity was tied into my hair. So as I dated, it was always there. I mean, they were going to find out sooner or later, but I always wanted them to get to know me first. I was one of those people, I was really good at disguising it. I mean, you barely knew it. Even if you put your hands through my head, you probably wouldn't tell because I was so cognizant of making sure that it was perfect. But what I suggest is that you first and foremost give the person a chance to get to know the real you. Because the reality is we live in a very judgmental world. Whether that's fair or not, whether you like it or not, that's just the way it is. And if you say it's not true, I want you to take a good look in the mirror because there are certain people that you judge, based on their appearance, their body shape, their body type, the color of their hair, their nationality, their religion, whatever it is, you're going to judge them. So instead of saying, no, that's not true, let's call it like it is and just go, okay, we understand that's how it is. So what do we can do to put ourselves in position to win? So the first guideline is to give the guy a chance to get to know the real you. Because you are not your boobs, you're not your butt, you're not your past, you're not your hair. No matter what it is, that's simply your identity. You've tied into that, but that's not who you are. And the second guideline is do not lie. Okay? Because here's the thing. If you lie now, it's going to come back to haunt you later. Even if it's for a quote-unquote good reason, because what you're showing a guy is if you lie, you have the potential to lie. And it doesn't make a difference in his eyes what you're lying about. So if you have to lie about it, you might as well tell the truth and tell it often. I mean, tell it right away. Because if he runs, he's simply not the right guy. But you want to give the guy the chance to get to know you. And you want to kind of put it on the back burner for now. So the more he likes and gets to know you, the more he'll realize if you're the type of person you're looking for. And if he gets to know the true you, whatever it is that you aren't revealing isn't really going to make a difference. Because he loves you for who you are. And that other thing isn't who you are. It's just simply a part of you. And if he doesn't, and he runs or he avoids you, he's simply not the right guy. And the third guideline, as opposed to, when to tell him, is simply listen to your gut. You're going to know when that time is. For my hair, I knew, when I was dating my wife, I knew the time to tell her. And every other woman before that, I got to that point where I knew that they liked me for who I was, and I knew it was time for me to tell them. And if I told them and they walked away, which never ever happened, then I knew that they weren't the right person for me, because that just was a part of me. So if you could follow these three guidelines, giving a guy a chance to get to know the real you, not lying. Again, you can avoid the truth, you can skirt around it, but do not lie. And the third is listen to your gut, and you will know when the right time is. And if you follow these three guidelines, no matter what it is that you're apprehensive about, whatever it is that you're nervous about sharing, you will know the right time. And if at that time he accepts you, then you know he's the right guy. If not, kick his ass to the curb and go find the guy who will. All right, I hope this helps. Hope you get something out of it. As always, love to hear your feedback. Have an awesome day.